What's up guys, today I'm going to be reviewing set 71795, Temple of the Dragon Energy course with 1029 pieces, and it includes 6 minifigures which are Kai, Cole, Nia, Spirit of the Temple, Lord Raz, and Empress Beatrix. Then you get a pretty beautiful build of a temple that is built into a tree, and I think it looks really great. The set retails for $95, I believe, in the US. And up at the top, you can see the logos for LEGO Ninjago and the little dragon's rising symbol below it. And then right up here, you have a dragon and a character, like, fused, kind of. On the top of the box, you can see the minifigures kind of in a battle, and then the Spirit of the Temple just kind of sitting off to the side. Then you have the actual one-to-one for the Cole minifigure in the set. On the back, though, you can see all of the play features, such as being able to open a door with a little hidden knob, knocking off parts of the thing to make characters fall and just have the temple kind of fall apart. In play, you can have the bell ring back and forth, you can have the spirit fly around, and you can even drop stuff on the characters. And then you can also see the entire temple in the backside view. The first minifigure in the set is Nia, and she looks pretty good. She has that new Dragon's Rising torso and printing all over, which looks really nice. She has some carry-on printing on the legs, and then just some torso printing, which is kind of expected. She has 2 golden swords as her accessories, and that new, like, hood piece that wraps around, which is, like, the new Dragon's Rising hood type mold piece. And it is 2 separate pieces, and in the back, it has a little section for you to put the swords in, which still works pretty nicely. You might have to fold up the sword a little if the hand does hold it in the way, but the sword fits in pretty nicely, and it does look pretty good. Underneath the little hood, you can see a face printing, which is supposed to be like the dragon face print, kind of. And then on the back, you can see an actual face print of Nia's face. In the set, you also get Cole in his Dragon's Rising uniform with some torso printing and back printing and then leg printing. He has that same new, like, mold for the hood piece and the little wraparound, like, scarf type piece, which does allow for the swords in the back also. Underneath, you can see his first face print, which is that dragon face print type thing. And then on the back, you can see an actual face print for Cole. The last of the ninja in the set is Kai, and he is in his Dragon's Rising uniform, which is all red. He has that same little scarf and hood type piece, which the other ninja have, but this one is recolored and red for him. He has his 2 golden swords, and then underneath, you can see his first face print, which is that same little black face print for, like, the dragon type thing. And then on the back, you can see an actual face print for Kai's face. The next minifigure in the set is Lord Raz, and he looks amazing. He has arm printing, torso printing, leg printing, a custom head mold, a custom shoulder piece mold, and he is just decked out in armor and printing in general. On the back, you can see a little bit of underneath printing for his back, and then a stud on the back where you could attach, like, a little clip to put his weapon and hold it there. He has a brick-built, like, hammer type thing, and he has arm printing on both sides, which looks beautiful. Some face printing on that custom head mold, and then that beautiful robe printing underneath, which just looks amazing. Then in the set, you also get Empress Beatrix, which looks amazing. She has some gunmetal gray torso printing and just, like, overall really nice robe printing on the torso. That custom, like, dual molded piece for the sword, which does have that light transparent orange and then gunmetal gray for the handle, and it looks beautiful. She has that same like shoulder pad thing that Raz has, and then on the back she has a little bit of printing, which just is kind of carry on. Unfortunately, with this hairpiece, you can see a bit of the back face printing, which is about the only downside to this minifigure, but the hairpiece does look really nice. She has 2 face prints, one right here, and then on the back, you can see one that is more of an aggressive, like, mid-battle face print. The last minifigure in the set is the Spirit of the Temple. He has some green and black robes on with some, like, spirits kind of in his chest, and a really creepy kind of spirit face print inside of that hood. On the back, he has a little bit of printing, which is just kind of, like, continuous. And then he has that, like, robe kind of cape, drawn-out dress type piece for his legs. Underneath, you can see his head print a little bit better, which is just only dark green piece. And on the back, you can see a, like, black printed face print, which is kind of weird. It looks kind of like Master Wu, which is why I think that this could be Master Wu in the series. But this minifigure does look really nice, and it is a pretty great minifigure. The actual build for the temple is really massive and is extremely tall. It is just really tall, and it's just a huge temple. It is built into this little tree over here, which it is just, it's such a good build. The tree kind of wraps around and then has stuff going all throughout. But starting at the bottom, you can see there is a little side build, which is just kind of like a staff thing with some lanterns hanging on the side. The lanterns are dual molded or dual printed head pieces, and it is just a nice little addition with a stickered piece on the back. Then you can see a well over here, which has some like souls and spirits inside. It does look pretty nice. And then it is kind of built onto this little tree or root piece over here. Then on the root, it has this little piece that goes all the way up and has some banners kind of on it and curves around and connects to the side of the temple. The temple also has this little root piece right here, which does have a play feature involved with it. You have the doors right here, which can be opened by just pushing against them, and they open up pretty nicely, and you can see a little bit inside. For the play feature of this little tree, there is a knob around the back right here, and by turning it, you can make this tree kind of fall on a player that is unsuspecting. You also have some stickered pieces up at the front just to convey some more detail, and then a little statue type thing off to the side. There are some nice little curves right here with this cool new like piece that is built in, and it looks pretty nice. And it gives into some of that like Japanese samurai type structure that you would see in like Japan and stuff. And then off to the tree on the side, it does look really nicely. It has a bunch of little curves that help to make it look like an actual tree. It's got leaves that just come out on all separate sides, little branches that the player or the characters can fall on, or just to add detail. You have a little gold like section right here, which does have some little printing on it. I don't know what this means, but it is in the language of Ninjago, and it does add just some more detail to the build. Looking up a little higher, you have another branch off to the side, which does have a lantern on it, and then some of the sloped roof piece right here, which does look really nice. Inside you can see a dragon energy core type thing, I think is what that is supposed to be called. And then you can see a little bridge off to the side, which does have some more tree branches and a little balcony out here with a little flag. You also have another tree branch kind of out in the back, which does have some more leaves on it, of course. And the play feature for this is you can put a minifigure like right out here on the balcony, and what you do is you push down on the flag and it will trigger this, which will knock the thing down, and the bridge will fall down with the minifigure on it. Up at the very top, you have another little like section, and it is just like the roof section. Inside, you have a bell which can move back and forth, and it has a little sticker piece on it. Up on the very top of the roof, you have these spikes that go up on either side, and then the sloped roof, which just makes a really beautiful design. Then for the very top, you just have a pole which goes up. Around in the back, you have a little library, and then a just kind of open space for where the doors open up to, and you can see the little knob which does activate that play feature out front that I showed. The play feature for this lower area is you can have a character kind of down in this little library area, and then what you can do is put one of the enemies of the ninja, or you can put one of the enemies down below, but you can kind of have the enemy up here, and there are these little like logs that you can drop by pulling this pin out, and the logs will kind of fall on the ninja or whoever you decide them to fall on down below. Another little feature of the back is being able to put a character on this and just kind of have them sit here, and for the feature is being able to kind of knock them off. So say they step on that by accident when you're playing and you flick the lever, the character will get knocked off and go falling all the way down, and it is simple as just pulling or pushing this little thing and turning it, making this little knob right here get flicked up and knock the character down. You have some little lights right here, which are just some torches or candles in little holders, and then on the back you can see the little dragon energy core, which does have these dragon pieces off to the side, which looks pretty nice. And then up on the very tippity top, you can see the bell again, which is in all its glory. It's got a little shaky piece, so that way it actually looks like a bell kind of ringing back and forth with the little bell piece. I don't know what it's called, but it will rock back and forth because it is on this hinge. You can kind of control it by pushing this back and forth, and it allows for some movement of that. But that is all, guys. Thanks for watching, and have a great rest of your day.